Oh, hi, lovers. That's right. I'm making this video for you in sepia. And that's because it's late here and the lighting's shit anyways. So I thought, why not? Just freak it out on ya. Anyways, this little video is an invitation for you to invite. It's an invitation from me for you to invite spirit into your life and to realize that when you do, spirit will always meet you halfway. And the reason I know this is because I started meditating about 5.5 years ago or so, and it was not very long at all. Like within right away, I started having experiences, but within a few months, I started getting 11s, seeing 11s on the clock, and it was crazy. It was because I really got into the 9/11 truth movement, educating myself about what really happened on 9/11. I highly recommend everybody Google 9/11 truth and just check it out, and it'll blow your mind what has been pulled over our eyes. And I started seeing 9/11 on the clock all the time. It's like, wow, whatever. It can only happen 2 times a day anyways. But it would somehow happen twice a day, and then, sometimes it would even be a third time with a receipt or something. And then, that happened for a little while, and I was like, oh, well, whatever. It's my mind trying to, find patterns, and I'm familiar with the reticular activating system. I listen to Anthony Robbins. I know what happens if you buy a red car. You see red cars everywhere. Then I started seeing anything 11. The time it was 7-11, 2-11, 1-11, 3-11, 11-11, 10-11, anything. Anytime 11, 12-11, whatever it was. And then it was crazy on receipts, mostly on the clock, to be honest, and it was always at times when I wasn't looking for it. And in fact, if I did look for it, it wouldn't show up. And I also noticed that if I stopped meditating, it stopped happening. And then as soon as I started meditating again, bam, 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 all in a row, like crazy. And so, and now it depends. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. Right now, I've been in a really good place. I went on a Vipassana retreat a little while ago, and I just watched Wayne Dyer's Inspiration, Your Ultimate Calling last night, and I was hungry, and so I had the urge to get up and get something to eat. And when I went to the kitchen, it's 8:11, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, Spirit." And that's what I do all the time. I was dating this girl, and wonderful girl. If you ever see this, then you know who you are. And we would always go, "Thanks, Spirit," like high five, Spirit, right? And it's really funny, and so I still do it, even though we don't talk anymore. And then so I watched the rest of the film. Like I went and made something to eat and ate it, and paused it, and then I watched the rest of the film, and it ended exactly at 11:11 p.m. So I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Even though it's happened a billion times to me, it still blows me away. And before that, the night before, I called to check up on a friend who actually had like a heart attack. And I called to check up on her, and we got off the phone at 1:11. And I was like, what's the chances of that? And then the next night is when I watched the movie, and these other two, it's crazy. It happens all the time. And the thing I want to tell you is, if you meditate, especially if you meditate, but even if you just stay in a positive vibe and recognize and acknowledge that there's something greater and invite it into your life, you'll see little signs and synchronicities, and sometimes not so little signs. And a song will come on the radio, and it'll speak to exactly what you're thinking, or give you the answer to a problem you're trying to solve. 11 might not be your number. You know, for example, my brother says he sees his birthday all the time. Our birthday. My twin brother, he sees 12/11 all the time, December 14th. And so a lot of people see 11. 11 is like the awakening code. It's like an activation code. And anyways, but if you meditate, you'll really get it. I believe, because it happened to me. And a friend of mine who's highly skeptical of me, you know who you are, buddy. He's like, yeah, whatever, you know, it's just your brain, whatever. And then he was over at my house, and then he goes, we were playing around. He was playing around on his phone, and he goes, oh, I can't remember what app it was. We both have the same Android phone, right? He's like, oh, do you have this? This app's pretty cool. Do you have it? And I was like, I don't know. I'll check. And I go grab my phone, and it was 2:11. And then I'm like, on the lock screen. And then I open it. I was like, wait a second. It's like 2:30. But the time on the lock screen, and I showed him it was 2:11. Then I open it up, I'm like, wait a second. It's not even 2:11. It's like 2:30. And I go, holy shit. And he goes, holy shit. And he goes, okay, I believe you now. And then the very next time he comes over, first YouTube video, we're watching a YouTube video, first thing, and first one we watch, and it's playing, no problem, the internet's fast, and it's fine, and it plays all the way, and it's buffered past already, and it stops at 1 minute and 11 seconds. And so I get all these little confirmations, and if you hang around with me, you'll get them too. But it's better if you get it on your own too, because, well, I feel like I can be a channel for the awakening of others. We all can. It's really important that you make the effort yourself and invite spirit into your life, and just invite love into your life. Just be grateful and be joyful and celebrate life every minute, and a higher dimension will come into your life and express itself to you and make it so clear that there's no doubt. And you might not be able to convince others, but it's not really about convincing others. You don't need to. But just know that you're not alone, and you've always got spirit on your side. Thanks, spirit. Love you.